This video covers transaction test views in ThousandEyes. Transaction tests emulate user interactions with a website by executing a sequence of predefined actions, such as entering data into forms or clicking buttons. They provide completion time and performance metrics gathered during the execution of these scripted actions. You can also capture screenshots and place markers at significant milestones within the script to pinpoint critical moments in the transaction workflow. The Views page is divided into three panels: the top panel, the primary panel, and the secondary panel. The top panel contains the test selector and global filters. Drop-down menus here let you select the test and source agents. When you first access the page, no specific agent is selected, so the metric value displayed is the aggregated value for all agents. To view data for a specific agent, use the drop-down menu to select one. The primary panel shows the view layers, the metric selector, and the timeline. The first layer is the transaction layer, which presents metrics like transaction time, errors, and completion. Transaction time represents the duration of the transaction test execution. When transaction time is selected, you can also display up to 3 markers on the timeline. Completion indicates whether the transaction finished successfully without errors. The errors metric includes page errors, assert errors, timeout errors, and other error types encountered during the test round. The secondary panel contains detailed metrics and several tabs. The Map tab shows the global locations of the test's vantage points, along with the total transaction time and the transaction time for each marker. Next, the Table tab shows detailed information for each associated agent. The Waterfall tab displays the browser transaction as a timeline, showing how events happen in sequence. In the Waterfall tab, you'll find a list of objects loaded on each page, along with data on how each object loaded. The Waterfall tab in the transaction view includes 3 additional features at the top of the chart: pages, markers, and screenshots. Since transaction tests can involve multiple pages, the waterfall chart indicates each visited page and its time duration. Hover over a page in the page row to see its duration, and click a page to filter the waterfall chart to display only components from that page. Markers are unique to transaction tests. The waterfall chart visualizes marker timings throughout the transaction's duration. Hover over a marker in the markers row to view its precise timing, and click a marker to filter the waterfall chart to show components only during that marker. In this test, 3 markers have been added: page load, search, and add to cart, to track item search time or order completion time for understanding the performance of each step in a user's shopping experience. For screenshots, the last 3 captured during the transaction are stored with the test data and accessible on the Waterfall tab. Hover over the picture icon in the Screenshots row to view the captured screenshot. The horizontal position of the icon indicates the relative point in time when the screenshot was taken. Below the waterfall overview, you'll see object-related details like component, response code, domain, provider, size, and duration. The HTTP server layer shows 3 metrics: availability, response time, and throughput. Availability shows the percentage of time the website is accessible. Response time measures the time from request initiation until the client receives the first byte. Throughput is calculated by dividing the total data received by the time it takes to receive it. The network layer shows 3 metrics: loss, latency, and jitter. Loss indicates packet loss as a percentage of sent packets. Latency reflects the average latency between endpoints. Jitter represents the variation in latency over time. Finally, path visualization lets you map the network path between the source agent and the target, helping pinpoint potential problem areas in both private and public networks. With hop-by-hop details, you can see exactly how traffic is routed and identify infrastructure issues quickly. BGP route visualization shows how data traverses the internet, helping troubleshoot issues that prevent packets from reaching their destination. That wraps up our look at transaction test views in ThousandEyes. Thanks for watching.